Welcome to the College Football Playoff. The season's had plenty of ups and downs, and all the drama has led up to this point, the first round of the 12-team playoff. And a home field advantage for one side. This place is rocking. And we have a very compelling contest here tonight. Two teams in the committee ranks basically even. The one side gets to enjoy a raucous, rowdy home field advantage. The kickoff team is out there, and here we go. The College Football Playoff about to get underway. And here's the return from inside the 5. Solid job by the coverage team. They bring him down at the 16. So the Nebraska Cornhuskers offense will get the first swing today. We'll see if this quarterback can get off to a great start, Kirk. So much for this offense and his whole team really orbits around him.
Yes, sir. The de facto Mr. Center of the universe. It's his world when he's out there, and it's up to him to create and orchestrate the details on the field. His team, his way. Can't wait to see what he does today.
This line getting set up. It's a first down play. Look him out throwing here to start the drive. And it's the senior getting home with the sack.
Well, the offense tries to catch this defense napping here on the first play of the game. And how about the pressure to come up with a big sack to start this game?
Second down, we're going to throw it. Oh, and he doesn't hang on off the deflection there. It's going to bring up a third down play.
Just a great play on the ball by the defensive back, getting a hand on it and tipping it up into the air. Boy, anytime you see a tip go up, often that defense is thinking interception. This one falls to the ground. The next tip ball could be going the other way.
Looking to throw it on third and very long. He pulls it in for a big gain. The defense grabs him after the completion. He's just short of a first down. And the Huskers will line up to punt it away. And we'll see what he can do on the return. And he's going to head out of bounds, but not before picking up some good yardage on the return. The Broncos offense takes the field. The first chance we had to see them today. All right, Kirk, let's take a quick look at the impact players for today's game and how they're going to affect the outcome.
These are your leaders on the field and in the locker room. These are your go-to guys, not only when you need a play to be made, but also when you need somebody to rally your team.
Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff. Breaks loose at the 45. And a big gain across midfield moves the ball inside the enemy 40-yard line. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? It's a run to the left. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Well, that was that excellent linebacker with a clear path just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time, the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer. It's pretty simple as a defensive coordinator. When the quarterback drops back to throw, if we get pressure on him, we got a chance to slow him down and win the football game. If we don't, could be a long afternoon. Good job here by dialing up the pressure.
Quick throw to the left. And it's complete downfield. And he's brought down, but there is a penalty marker out there. Let's check out this call. That one hurts. Backs him up 10 yards. Offense breaks the huddle and gets set. It's third down. Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. Looking for the wideout. Oh, he misfires again. 3 in a row.
Well, Chris, obviously they had to go through the air there to try to pick up this third down and long, but when you're so far behind the chains, boy, you really allow this defense to dictate things, and it allows them to put pressure on your quarterback and can affect the timing, as we saw on this play.
This one falls incomplete, and the defense makes a fourth down stop.
This is the chance you take here as an offensive coordinator and a play caller. You go for it here, you draw it up perfectly, you think this is the right play, and then the execution is not there. So the defense catches a break, and they get the ball back to their own offense.
An inside give now from the shotgun. Breaks one tackle, gets brought down, but picks up some decent yardage.
Boy, positive yards there on 1st and 10. Good job up front by that offensive line. Good hard running by this running back. And now you got a lot of options. That playbook can really open up on 2nd and inches.
Good enough for first down yardage.
That is a first down. Good job by this big offensive line and this running back to be able to pick up positive yards. How often have we said that over the years with backs and offensive line play from Nebraska?
Play action here on first down. Got him for a sack. A big play made by one of the senior leaders of this defense. The sack on first down is second down.
The defender did not bite on the fake at all. They were in pass rush mode the entire time.
Scrambling around now, looking downfield. He's got it for a big gain. And they tackle him, but not before a huge gain down near the 26.
Well, you wonder if the receiver adjusted his route to get closer to that first down line. Whatever he did, it works. Move the sticks.
The Cornhuskers are moving quickly down the field. Looking to throw it on first down. Here's a screen pass to the running back. Defense flies in. They make the tackle behind the line of scrimmage.
You know, he had nobody open downfield because of great coverage there by this defense. But what I love to see is how they run to the ball. He checks it down, and this guy's got nowhere to go. It's a big loss.
Off play action, he's looking to throw. And the senior making a disruptive impact play. After consecutive losses, we need a miracle here on third and a mile.
I like how this defense is bringing pressure from all over the field. And that's the key in putting together a good defensive strategy. On this play,
the protection breaks down again. Back-to-back sacks. And the field goal unit coming on the field now. This is a daunting attempt from 54 yards out. Let's see if he's got the leg. That's another aggressive call by this defense, bringing the blitz on third and long.
Yeah, one of the beautiful things this defense has is guys that can cover. And when you feel like you have guys that can cover against these wide receivers, it frees you up to be a little bit more aggressive. And this time they dial up that blitz, not worried at all about getting beaten man-to-man coverage, and a good job of timing it up perfectly to get that sack.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. The offense will start at the 25. And here comes the Boise State offense back out on the field. Remember, that last possession went for it on fourth down and got stopped, ended up costing them a field goal. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Loses 3. Brings up second down.
After the loss on first down, it's second and long from the 22. Quarterback appears to be changing the play. Looking to pass here on second down. Short pass finds the tight end. Tackle made after the completion. The Broncos looking to crank up the tempo a bit. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. What a job to lay out and make the catch.
Chris, when that quarterback threw that football, I didn't think that play had much of a chance. How about the effort by this wide receiver to lay out and come up with that completion for positive yards?
Delivers from the pocket, complete over the middle. And a nice first down game there. They get him down, but very close to the first down marker. Now it's second down here. Heading left after the handoff. We stop him at the 49, but that'll be a first down.
Hey, it's not a lot, but you know what? It's enough for the first down. Move those sticks and keep this drive going.
And the Broncos will have first and 10 here. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. Easy throw to a wide-open receiver downfield. They bring him down, but that is a huge play for this passing game. Big game. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. Trying to extend the play. And that falls incomplete as time runs out in the quarter. Well, Kirk, Nebraska has the lead here. We reach the end of one in this quest to move one step closer to a national championship. Let's check out the stats so far. We expect the teams have worked through some of the nerves of this playoff game as we begin the second quarter. Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a second down play. And now the handoff. The junior able to bring him down quickly.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid.
It's intercepted. Threw it across his body. And he's wrapped up after a solid return.
I love this quarterback's athletic ability and the way he can create and improvise. Unfortunately here, he just didn't locate the defender when he throws the interception.
Here comes the Nebraska offense back out on the field. The last drive produced 3 points thanks to an excellent long-range field goal. On first down, it's play action. The sophomore able to get home with the sack. This pass rush has been a problem. Another sack sets up second and long. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. Couldn't find anybody open and just has to throw it away. Well, a serious challenge for this offense. You don't want to be in third and long inside your own 20. How much of a risk will they take to try to pick up this first down? Running out of time in the pocket. They trap him and sack him back at the 10.
If I'm on this offensive line, I would not want to look at the game film after their performance today. It's almost like they've been moonwalking backwards the entire game, getting pushed all around by this defensive front. Chris, they've already given up 6 sacks alone in this game.
The Huskers will line up to punt it away. Looking to kick it away for the second time. They'll punt it from inside their own 10. He's got an opening. Watch out. He's got great speed. And the returner is tackled by this punt coverage team. And the Boise State offense is back out on the field. They had it going on the last drive, but it ended abruptly with the interception. Let's see what they can do here. They're going to run it here. Breaks a tackle on the play and makes a decent gain.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
And they tackle him, but not before he picks up the first.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what. They have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. It makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
The Broncos come to the line to run the hurry-up. Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. Here comes a throw from the red zone. Fires it to the wideout. Makes the grab on the move. Touchdown, Boise State. This quarterback on fire today. Now here comes the point after attempt. Extra point makes the lead 4. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away.
7, Nebraska 3.
So it'll be a touchback. Ball spotted at the 25. And Nebraska's offense is back out on the field. Last time was a quick 3-and-out. Can they get a drive going this time? Pre-snap motion from the receiver. They begin with a quick throw to the left. They get him down, but the gain moves the ball up to the 36.
Well, this is why you get the ball out there to your playmakers, not just catching the pass, but also being prepared to do something with the football once you have it in your hands, and he shows he's got that ability here.
Throws it to the right. He's got an open man downfield, and it's caught. And he breaks clear down the right side. It's a foot race. And he takes it all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Huskers.
Number 18.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath, just like this. And when he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
And he knocks the PAT right down the middle. Getting set to kick the ball off now. And that kick will just bound into the end zone for a touchback. And here comes the Boise State offense back out on the field. They scored a touchdown on their last possession. Let's see if this defense can make adjustments and prevent that this time. Hands off to the left. Breaking free at the 35. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big game.
Outstanding blocking on the left side of that offensive line. That's really what opened up this play. They did their job, and you can see the results. You burst open and get a big gain on the ground. If I were them, I'd keep going to that side and see how much more success they can have.
So after the incompletion, it's second down.
Well, this is just an outstanding job by this defender being in phase against this receiver and being able to tip that ball away. He actually tips it up into the air. The offense catches a break, but that ball is not intercepted.
Solid gain on the running play. Third down now. Quarterback making some changes at the line. On third down, he drops to throw. Quarterback leaves the pocket on the move now. Finds a man downfield. That's a big gain to the right. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down. Looks like they got the ruling on the field right the first time. They confirm it with the review. First down here, the offense has time for one more play before the 2-minute warning. That's the 2-minute warning in this close first half. The offense trying to score and clean the lead before the break. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Finds an open target on the left side. They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time.
Boy, another positive gain for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show how dangerous he is when he has time to throw. The defensive coordinator's got to change up his looks, maybe bring in...
Makes it across the goal line. Touchdown, Broncos.
Chris, it's a great touchdown run here by this back, but the continuity of this offensive line was on display. And that's the reason he was able to get into the end zone.
And he knocks through the PAT. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. So no return here. He takes a knee in the end zone, and they'll begin the drive at the 25. And Nebraska's offense is back out on the field. They want to cut into this lead before halftime. They have to work quickly now. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. It's a screen pass complete to the running back. Breaks loose at the 40. Out of bounds, but not before a huge gain. Offense gets a fresh set of downs. Offense keeps moving. It's a completion for a first down. And the quarterback dropping back, using his legs here. Slides down to avoid the tackle.
Chris, watch him work through his progressions here. Finds the first and the second option aren't there. By the third option, he's got to pull it down and try to pick up some positive yards, which he did, and then he slides down to avoid the big hit.
Catch made over the middle. They make the tackle, but not before a solid gain on that pass. The Cornhuskers took it a cash-in this red zone trip. Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. It's incomplete. That was caused by the defensive pressure. And now it brings up third down.
I mean, this defense is having their way with this offensive line. That poor quarterback doesn't have a chance. Every time he drops back to throw, he's getting ear-hole. You better make some adjustments up front to give your poor quarterback.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Nebraska.
Well, that's a thing of beauty right there. Good job all around. Offensive line gave the quarterback enough time. Quarterback puts it right on the money. And with this receiver running a route like this, makes it pretty simple. All you have to do is get his head turned around, catch that football. He's already in the end zone for the touchdown.
So after the touchdown, here's the kickoff, and we'll see if the opposing offense has time to answer before halftime. And the kickoff will bounce right through the end zone for a touchback. And the Boise State offense is back out on the field. Let's see what they do here in the final minute of the half. Try to get aggressive and cut into this lead, or play it safe. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Caught way downfield for a huge gain. Finally brought down, but the gain moves it to the 44. And a timeout is called to talk strategy. Close game here as we approach halftime. 1st and 10 now for the offense. Quarterback pre-snap adjustments now for this defense. First down. Looking to throw the football. Fires it to the wideout. Oh, the pass is picked off. Look out, he's got some space. And look at the return after the interception. Sets the offense up in good shape.
Now, this guy obviously did what he needed to do to get himself ready for this game. It's a favorable matchup. He's got a lot of confidence. He's already come up with 2 interceptions in this game alone. Locked in on what he needs to do to be in position and making plays for this defense.
Oh, a sack. The senior on this defense making a big play.
This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle the pressure of this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of, Chris, get this, 7 sacks in this game so far.
Minutes going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update.
Chris, we wondered all week what this matchup would look like. So much at stake in this win-or-go-home game, and we've been treated to a fabulous first 2 quarters of playoff football. The passing game for both sides has been outstanding. On point, unrelenting. They've excelled in the short game, the intermediate game, and especially on the deep ball. All in all, a thrilling display of offensive firepower, and these defenses have a lot to discuss here at halftime.
Here comes the Boise State offense back out on the field.
That's going to do it for us here at the half. Time to see how this incredible playoff drama plays out, and for that, it's back to Chris and Kirk.
Second down.
Limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
And here's the handoff. And they'll stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. And the Broncos will crank up the tempo. They'll change the pre-snap look now. Drops back, needing a 3rd down completion here. But they don't connect. It's incomplete, and it brings up 4th down.
Great job by this defense once again on that 3rd down, and now we get to 4th down. And you start to think about things here as we get into the second half, Chris. You go for it, you make it, everybody's happy. If you go for it on 4th down and you don't get it, now you're giving your opponent the football in pretty good field position.
The Broncos line up on 1st and 10 now. And he'll set up to throw. Lets it go quickly. It's caught downfield. He's taken down, but that's a nice gain. They'll spot the ball now at the 35. And the Broncos looking to keep this drive rolling. Ball handed off. They've got him, but he picks up 8 yards. Sets up a nice 2nd and 2. The back's got it. He'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do work.
And it's incomplete. A very quick throw.
Boy, this defense has this quarterback rattled. An interception the last series. He almost threw another one.
He's back to throw again on 2nd down. The pocket breaking down. Short throw, running back makes the catch behind the line of scrimmage. Defense makes the stop after the completion. Now it's 3rd and short from the 21. Defense trying to make a stand here and prevent a touchdown. Dropping back, looking to throw for the 1st down. Touchdown, BSU. Will take the lead in the second half. Now a 2-point conversion attempt coming up. They'll try to run this one in. And he's not going to get there. Stop short Missed opportunity to build.
Point conversion is no good.
Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away.
20, Nebraska, 7.
Fields it inside the 5-yard line. And the returner brought down by the coverage team there. Here comes the Nebraska offense back out on the field. Here's the first play of the drive now, backed up at the 15. They go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. And the game moves the ball to the 20-yard line.
I'll take that every single time. Offensive line does a nice job up front. This back's vision and ability to get positive yards by lowering his pads on full display right there.
And he's got it. Brought down at the 33. That's good enough to move the sticks.
Whew, that was pretty. The receiver broke down his defender on that curl against man-to-man coverage. That's how you win one-on-ones.
Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. Hits the running back in the flat. The defense drops him for a loss. He went backwards there. A second down behind the sticks now. Offense behind the sticks facing a second and long. They look to throw it here on second down. Got him. He's sacked.
Man, this pass rush has gotten home so many times. As an offense, I know you're down, but you gotta try to mix it up. Maybe roll the quarterback out. Have your backs and tight ends shift with the line. Anything they can do, because what they've done up to this point, it's just not working.
So bad plays on first and second down puts him in a tough spot here. Third and very long. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. Intercepted, picked off by the defense. Big takeaway, now looking for a big return. That's a potential game changer, the pick and the big return.
It's third and long, so as an offensive coordinator, you can either play it conservative or trust your quarterback and take a shot downfield. They elect the latter, and it ends up backfiring them.
And the Boise State offense is back out on the field. The last possession was a passing game clinic. They moved it right down for a touchdown. Can they keep it going? Here's the handoff. He picks up 9, so just short of the first down. 2nd and 1.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave them a chance at a really nice gain.
They'll hand it off. Ball carrier heads out of bounds, but the pickup is good enough to move the chains. First down.
Well, it's a nice job up front by the offensive line, but give the running back an assist for setting those blocks up before he's able to get downfield for the first down.
First and goal, handoff. Fights his way in for the score. Touchdown, Boise State.
I think we're starting to kind of see a theme here, Chris, today. That's his second touchdown. The offensive line doing their job, and he's doing an outstanding job of just reading the defense, finding the hole, and being able to pick up big yards and touchdowns.
Offense is out there. They're going to go for 2 here. Keep it on the ground, trying to power in for the touchdown. And he will get into the end zone again. Follows up a touchdown with a successful 2-point try. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. Fields it just outside the goal line. The returner brought down by that coverage team. And Nebraska's offense is back out on the field. This offense trying to bounce back. The last possession ended in a pick. First down here for this offense. They'll run it here. That's the running back with the ball. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. Makes a quick catch. And he heads out of bounds after gaining a few yards.
When you throw an out route against man coverage and it puts a premium on a receiver who can set up the defensive back to be able to still have room to get to the outside and be timed up with a quarterback, that was great execution.
Third down. This offense could really use a conversion here, down multiple scores. And the Huskers pick up first down yardage to keep the drive going.
This is why they're in the playoff, right? Not just the ability to throw the ball, but you get to a critical moment, a third down, you trust that offensive line to come up with a first down, and they get it.
And that run is good for first down yardage, a new set of downs for this offense. From the shotgun, here's an inside give. It'll be smothered right at the line for no gain.
Chris, I'll be really honest with you. I don't know why they continue to try to run the football. I'm all about balance. I'm all about trying to make sure defense has to defend the run and the throw. But at this point in the game, they haven't been able to run the ball. They're going to have to go through the air if they're going to come back and take the lead in this game at some point.
They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Things just appear to be a bit out of sync from the get-go on that one. Give credit to the front seven of that defense for staying in the proper lanes and getting to the ball carrier, not let him dance around and make something out of nothing.
Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this third down. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Looks downfield and connects with a wide-open wide receiver. Tackle made quickly, but a big chunk play for this offense through the air. They attack the deep middle of this defense, could come up with a big play.
Nice job giving that quarterback time to throw. Good job of making that read to the middle of the field and working against those safeties, and a big play is the result.
Handoff here from the shotgun. Oh, the defense has him behind the line. A tackle for loss, and that'll do it for the third quarter. So, Kirk, Boise State is in front. As we've reached the end of 3, time is running out in this crucial contest for both these programs to stay alive in the quest for a national championship. Let's check out the game summary before we move on. Offense getting set. Second down play here. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. And he dumps it off to the tight end. Brought down, but broken tackle to produce a solid gain there.
Well, this is what coaches love to see. A quarterback with the ability to read the defense properly and then just get it to the open man. Sometimes it sounds simple, but it's tough to execute. This time we have good recognition by the quarterback. Then he gets it down to the tight end. You can see what he can do after the catch.
Well, they run it right into a blitz, and that linebacker was coming downhill, Kirk.
Man, what a time to call that blitz here by the defensive coordinator. And you're right, he shoots right through that A-gap. Really, the back had nowhere to go.
And he's swarmed by the pass rush, a sack to end this drive.
Well, down late in his football game by more than a possession, they obviously had to go for this. They just couldn't come up with the execution.
First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. Looks to the left, and it's complete. Breaking free at the 35. That's a big play. Moves the ball down inside the 30. First down and 10 now. Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. First down, looking to throw the ball. And he'll loft it to the end zone. Oh, and it's batted down by the defense. Great play to deny a touchdown.
Chris, we're all guilty of this. We all look at the big plays, the quarterbacks, the offense, how many points, how many yards. And sometimes we overlook the most important aspect of the game, the offensive line. You've got to do a good job consistently protecting the quarterback, and all comes down to the offensive line. And here, they hurry the quarterback, and they blow up the play.
They're backed up here, trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. Offense looking to throw the ball. Doesn't hold on. Good hit by the DB. Now it brings up 4th down.
Hey, it's an incompletion, but it's a nice job by the quarterback. I know it didn't pan out, but the most important thing is he didn't turn the football over and he didn't take a sack. It'll give your kicker a chance to put some points on the board if they opt for the field goal here on 4th down.
Needs a completion here on 4th down. And it's incomplete to end the drive. A turnover on downs here in the late stages of this game. And Nebraska's offense is back out on the field. Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. He'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Hit as he threw. He's going deep here. It's caught. They will rule that a catch. A huge gain through the air. A new set of downs after that completion. Here comes a first down pass attempt. Fires it on the move. And he finds a wide open receiver. They forgot about him downfield. They bring him down, but the veteran quarterback shows off that trademark arm strength. Looking to throw it from the red zone. And the sophomore making an impact play. The Cornhuskers will hustle to the line here to run the hurry up.
Well, that takes the wind right out of your sails. This offense is trying to find a way to get back into this game, and another pressure and a sack against their quarterback.
Quick throw to his receiver, who makes the grab. They stop him at the 4, but it sets up this offense with a 1st and goal.
On the play. 1st and goal, Nebraska.
Quarterback drops back, looking for 6. And it's caught. Touchdown, Cornhuskers.
Touchdown.
That's a crucial score. Kirk makes it a 1-possession game and makes the stretch run of this very interesting.
Yeah, now the pressure turns to their opponent and their offense. Momentum is starting to tilt, and it's your job to go into your 4-minute offense. But I'd expect this defense to be extra aggressive to try to get this ball back.
They'll elect to go for 2 to make this a 3-point margin. There's the snap, and he's looking to throw. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. He's swarmed by the defense.
Interesting call here by this offense on the 2-point conversion. Just not enough depth on that route to get him across the goal line, and the defense does a nice job of coming up with that tackle to keep him short.
Gets it to the 29 before being brought down. And here comes the Boise State offense back out on the field. Last time the defense got a big 4th down stop. Let's see what the offense can do this time. First play of the drive now coming up from the 29. They'll use that running game trying to bleed the clock here. And the runner scoots out of bounds after gaining some decent yardage.
Well, much like what we saw in the first half, Chris, in this playoff game, no adjustments. Go right back to giving his running back the football. He's had a monster day and continues to get positive yards.
They'll run it to the right side. Tackled at the 44, but good enough for a first down.
I know this defense worked very hard at halftime to come up with answers on how to try to slow down this running back after the big first half, and he's already at it again.
First down here. Time for one more play before the clock stops for the 2-minute warning. Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. And the sophomore brought down after an excellent run. The Broncos with 1st and 10 here. And the same runner's got it again. Finds room at the 30. No shot to bring him down. Out of bounds after another huge chunk on the ground. What a job by this offensive line today. And the Broncos are in the red zone. They'll test the right side here. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible.
Okay, ready?
Getting set. Here's 2nd down.
Get set, get set.
Keeping it on the ground here. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense.
Now they try to run it here on 2nd down, unable to get the first down. And now, late in the game like this, the big question, do you pass the ball potentially with an incompletion, the clock will stop, or do you play it safe and keep it on the ground?
He's moving out of the pocket. He'll be taken down. The defense rises up with a sack at a crucial moment.
Chris, that's on the offensive line right there. They definitely have to be feeling responsible because it's almost like you didn't protect your little brother back there.
Trying for a 4th down completion. And the pass is incomplete. A crucial misfire here late in the game, and the ball will turn over on downs. This line getting set up. It's a 1st down play. Looking out throwing here to start the drive. Can't get it away. The defense has got him. What a huge stop at this stage of the game. That sack makes it 2nd down and forever. From the shotgun, drops back. Cannot get the throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this stage of the game. They crank up the tempo here for this important 3rd down play. From the shotgun, drops back, looking for an open man. He'll end up being a safety. After giving up the safety, they have to kick it away here now. And here's the return.
Returner brings it out to the 35. And your Boise State Broncos will take over.
The Broncos expect to be able to just run this clock out in the final minute.
29 Philly.
They'll run it to the left. The gain is 3. Now it's 2nd down and 7. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. What's the play call here on 2nd down for this offense? Takes the ball and heads to the left. And he will be stuffed for no gain.
That's a great play all around by this defense. Your 1st-level defenders hold their own at the point of attack, allowing the 2nd and 3rd-level players to roam free and make the tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
False start offense.
Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. Crucial 3rd down play coming up. Dropping back, looking to throw for the 1st down. Incomplete. He was hit as he threw the football there on 3rd down.
I like the call here. 3rd down and long. You know they're going to apply pressure. The screen game almost works, but you've got to complete the pass for your guy to have a chance to turn upfield. It's a missed opportunity there on 3rd down and long.
Here's that defense shifting again. Leading here late in the game. On the field, trying to keep possession and stretch the lead. And here comes a deep shot. The pass is incomplete. That's a big stop for this defense on fourth down.
This is the stuff that can really cost you a football game. You've got the lead in the second half by just a possession. You got to be smart on when to go for it and when not to. The smart play here is punt.
And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. That's going to be broken up in the end zone. What a defensive play to cap this victory. Of course, in the playoffs, it's